the zoo is turning 50 years old this year, so we're really kind of a young zoo when you think about the history of zoological parks, not only here in the U.S., but across the world. If you think about the size of our community, this is really a huge zoo.
It's just the whole package. The being outdoors, observing wildlife, hanging with the best people.
Mr. Blakely, who was the first director here at the zoo, he was a big thinker and he really thought outside the box. And I think that's what's really put us on the map here in Wichita.
Region by region and exhibit by exhibit, it's just grown to where you could spend all day here. Whether you're in Asia or Africa, we have the animals grouped together so you get kind of a context of how they might be living side by side in the wild. We're hoping to put a train in here in the next year or two, which will be electric, so it really goes along with our conservation mantra. We're going to be hosting the Chinese Lantern Festival later this year. We're looking to have stingrays here starting in 22, 23 or 24. We'll have koalas here for the summer. So we're going to have a lot of neat, interesting activities that we've never had here before. I think most of us remember our first visit to the zoo when we were a child. And I think the role of the modern zoo today is more important than it's ever been in its history. We have become conservation organizations and we are the last refuge for a lot of species. People don't realize that there's so much going on behind the scenes in helping conserve animals and their habitats. It is a place for everybody to come have a good time, learn, and then also realize that it's a valued part of the future as well. I think people that have never been here before are really surprised at the zoo we have here. How big it is, but how beautiful it is, how well cared the animals are. I think those are all things that we hear, that this just really is the crown jewel of this community, and for good reason why it's the #1 tourist attraction in the state.